everyone, this is Karen.
Hey everybody, I'm Shane.
Today we're looking at part 2 of Little People, the Prairie Dogs of North America. And the vocabulary words are involve.
Involve.
The job involves a lot of travel and dealing with clients.
Chirp.
Chirp.
I can hear the chirps of the birds outside my window.
Behavior.
Behavior.
Karen felt that her son's behavior during the dinner was unacceptable.
Totally unacceptable.
I will have to talk to him.
Colony.
Colony.
Ben discovered a fire ant colony in his backyard.
Complex.
Complex.
It is said that the human brain is the most complex machine on Earth. So we're still talking about the little people. We call it the prairie dogs.
Yes. Oh, don't they kiss each other or something? How cute is that?
That's right. That is how they tell their family members from strangers. So when we say kissing, they kind of like, they touch their noses together and they lock their teeth together. That is the most adorable thing ever.
They also have quite advanced communication. By like these little barks and yips that they make, they're able to communicate a predator's size, the color, the direction, how fast it's moving. And I've even seen a documentary where they were able to, you see a hunter or something was wearing yellow, and they were able to say like man, yellow shirt, tall, something like that.
Wow, so their language is so well developed.
Yeah, so just one bark can give a lot of information.
Wow, we should learn from them.
Yeah, and they also communicate by doing that wave thing.
Yeah, that's right. Jump yips, right? If they see like the predator, they would try to maybe inform other people, other prairie dogs. Yeah, they would kind of jump back and throw their heads back and just go yips.
Yeah, and then the other ones hear this and they will also do that, and pretty soon the whole community is like a wave.
It's like doing the wave at the sporting event. That's why we call them the little people, because they're so much like us.
Yeah, they really are. I had no idea. I thought they were just cute.
I know.
But in fact, they're quite intelligent and very social animals.
Very interesting. So let's learn more about the prairie dogs.
Yep.
Yep, yep.
Little People, the Prairie Dogs of North America.
How do you say hello to your friends? Call out to them? Maybe even a peck on the cheek? Well, that's what prairie dogs do too. These friendly furballs like to kiss each other when coming and going from their burrows. But prairie dogs' kisses differ from ours and involve touching noses and locking teeth to tell family members from strangers.
Today's lesson is called Little People, the Prairie Dogs of North America. Part 2. Hi everyone. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And yes, we're learning about the prairie dogs, this cute little burrowing animal that's found in the Great Plains and the flat prairie lands of North America. There used to be a lot of them, 5 billion back in the old days, but because of human activity, hunting, habitat loss, and other things like that, prairie dog numbers are getting smaller and smaller, which is too bad because they live together in large groups in peace and harmony. Some of their communities can be up to 100 miles long, and they even have little family units that live in homes with different rooms underground for their living area, their eating area, and even a bathroom area. So they're kind of like us.
Family-like groups, they call those coteries of prairie dogs. Anyways, let's go ahead and read on. Today's lesson begins with 3 questions. How do you say hello to your friends?
Hi.
Do you call out to them?
Hi.
Or maybe even a peck on the cheek, a little kiss. Maybe you're Spanish or French. Who knows? Well, that's what prairie dogs do too, because they're just like us.
Because yesterday we learned that they live in communities, so they have to get along with each other, even if they're not a family group, they're neighbors as well. There has to be peace in the prairie dog community, and communicating is an important thing. It says these friendly furballs like to kiss each other when coming and going from their burrows. I'm not sure they're exactly kissing as humans would, but they certainly get up close to each other. How do they kiss? It says, but prairie dogs' kisses differ from ours and involve touching noses, okay, and locking teeth to tell family members from strangers. That is a weird way to kiss. I've heard of the touching noses, right? Maori people, I believe, in New Zealand, they do that. But locking your teeth together, that sounds uncomfortable.
That's why we said prairie dogs kiss. We put that word in quotes because it's not really a kiss. Like, I think we all know what a kiss is. Two people touch lips, or someone uses their lips and touches another person's cheek or something like that. That's what human kissing involves. If something involves something else, it has that thing as a part or a feature. So these kisses, these prairie dog kisses, this is how they do it. This is what kissing for prairie dogs involves. You got to touch your nose and then also lock teeth to tell family members from strangers. How interesting. Anyways, for example, the job involves a lot of travel and dealing with clients. So there you go. That's how you're going to do your job. Those are the things you're going to have to do to succeed in this job or to do it well. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天课文读到说，北美草原犬鼠跟我们的生活很相似。它们洞穴里面呢，就跟人类的家一样，分成卧房啊、餐厅跟厕所这样。然后它们小家庭会跟其他家庭合作，组成小社区，甚至是大城镇。那今天课文要介绍更多关于草原犬鼠的有趣事实，看看它们生活习性跟人类有多像。好，首先我们知道有些地区的人跟朋友打招呼可能会亲吻脸颊嘛，那么草原犬鼠也会这样做哦。他们喜欢在进出洞穴的时候亲吻彼此，可是这亲的方式跟人类不一样，他们是会碰鼻子，然后还锁定牙齿来区分家族成员跟陌生人。好，这边有一个单字 involve。Involve 它是动词，表示需要、包含或者是牵涉到什么什么。那么补充单字 peck。peck 在课文里面是当名词来表达轻轻一吻、匆匆一吻一下。好，那么它当动词可以用来指小鸟啄的那个动作。接回到课文中。
Little people, the prairie dogs of North America.
Another way the animals tell friend from foe is by a system of barks and chirps to warn others of nearby threats. In fact, their language is so developed that they can describe a predator's size, color, direction, and speed using just a single bark. They can even remember and describe individual humans. Prairie dogs also protect themselves by doing the wave. To communicate information about predators, a prairie dog performs a jump yip, where it stands on its back legs, holds its arms out, throws back its head, and yips. The other prairie dogs copy the behavior, and jump yips spread throughout the colony, much like the wave at a sporting event.
All right, so prairie dog kissing. Kind of amazing. Touch nose and then also lock teeth to tell family members from strangers and stuff like that. Now, there's more. Another way the animals, these prairie dogs, another way the animals tell friend from foe is by a system of barks and chirps to warn others of nearby threats. Wow, this sounds like active communication to me. Prairie dogs are super impressive.
That's right. As they're coming and going from the burrows, they might get close enough to touch noses or lock teeth, but from a greater distance, they can still communicate through sound. These barks, it's kind of what we would describe a dog sound as. I'm not sure if a prairie dog bark and a normal dog bark are similar, but they're probably close in some ways. And they also have other sounds described here as chirps. Now, a chirp is a noun, but it's a word we use to describe a sound. It's kind of a higher pitched, more bird-like noise, you know, something like that. That could be a chirp, or small animals might make chirping noises as well. For example, I can hear the chirps of the birds outside my window. Just sort of that noise that birds make early in the morning, especially when the sun's just coming up. We can call those chirps. In fact, as we read on, we learn more about the language of the prairie dog. In fact, their language is so developed that they can describe a predator's size, color, direction, and speed using just a single bark.
Like I said, this is active communication. They really do communicate well. Get this, they can even remember and describe individual humans. Yes, hey, that's Mike. Hey, that's Jeff. They could tell us apart. Amazing. Then they could also communicate that to other prairie dogs. Now, prairie dogs also protect themselves by doing the wave. Yeah, to communicate information about predators, a prairie dog performs a jump yip where it stands on its back legs, holds its arms out, throws back its head, and yips.
Yip, 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 yip.
Yippee. Yip. That's what it does. Apparently, this is the wave or the jump yip, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool.
That is, I guess that sort of sound would be like a real warning, like danger's close.
Oh, yeah.
Run back into your hole, down into your burrow to get away. And then it says the other prairie dogs copy the behavior. That's standing up, throwing the arms out, making the yipping sound. This is the wave idea. So one prairie dog sees the danger, makes the noise, and then the other ones all pass that information through the community, warning everyone, probably very quickly, that there is danger nearby. So the full sentence, the other prairie dogs copy the behavior and jump yip spread throughout the colony, much like the wave at a sporting event. We've seen this on television at a baseball game. One group of fans start doing this, and it slowly works its way around the stadium. So prairie dogs are doing something similar, but in this case, it's a matter of life and death.
There you go. Now, in this sentence, we have the noun behavior. Behave would be the verb. Behavior is the noun. When you're talking about behavior, you're talking about how someone acts or how something acts. Here, as a response to oncoming danger, these prairie dogs do something. They do this jump yip behavior, and then the other prairie dogs copy this behavior. This is what they're doing or how they're acting given that situation. For example, Karen felt that her son's behavior during the dinner was unacceptable. Yes, he was not behaving well at all.
Running around, screaming,
breaking stuff,
throwing salt all over the place. Bad behavior will get you in trouble. All right, and we also had this word colony. Colony is also a noun. What is a colony? It's a community, but a community set up by people that is very far from their home country or the home that they originally came from. We think of colonies from back in the old days of exploration, when people from Europe would get in a boat, travel all the way across the ocean to North or South America, and just sort of cut out of the forest or jungle a small community. If you followed along with our articles, you've probably read about Thanksgiving, when the first American settlers in that first colony met up with the Native American Indians and had Thanksgiving. For example, Ben discovered a fire ant colony in his backyard. It's also a word, that we use to talk about communities of certain types of animals, but not all animals live in colonies. Insects, though, often do, right? A bee colony is another animal.
Or prairie dogs.
Or prairie dogs, of course.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be back soon.
草原犬鼠还会用另外一种方式来区分敌人和朋友，他们会用一套吠叫和叽叽叫的方式呢，来警告其他犬鼠附近有威胁。那他们的语言非常发达，只要一声吠叫，就可以描述出这个猎食者的大小啊、颜色、方向还有速度。好，那这边有一个单字 chirp。Chirp 它表示叽叽声、啾啾声或是嘎吱声，也就是像小鸟啾啾啾这样叫的声音。那同学们有没有看过球赛里面观众会轮流站起来做波浪舞呢？草原犬鼠也会做类似的动作哦，可是他们不是为了欢呼，而是要传达猎食者的资讯。他们这样跳跃尖叫的时候呢，动作是用后腿站立，然后伸出手臂，仰头尖叫，接着其他同伴也会跟着模仿这个行为，然后传遍整个群落。好，那么 yip 这个字呢，它是指尖叫，像是小狗之类的尖叫。然后文中的 jump yip 就是指这个草原犬鼠独特的跳跃式尖叫。那我们再来看两个单字 behavior Behavior 表示行为举止，是当名词。Colony 可以用来指鸟啊、动物、昆虫等等的群体、群落。这个字也常常用来指殖民地或者是聚居地。Mike 老师在解释殖民地的时候用到 exploration 这个字 exploration， 那这个字是名词，去表示探险、探索或是勘察。接华课文中
Little people, the prairie dogs of North America.
With their social nature and complex language, prairie dogs really aren't all that different from us. Maybe it's time we start treating them like friends instead of foes.
Prairie dogs, they're just like little people.
They're so relatable.
Yeah, seriously, they are relatable and they're very much like us, like little versions of us. Yes, with their social nature and complex language, prairie dogs really aren't all that different from us. They're very human-like. They have that complex language and also a very social nature. Now, before we move on, let's cover this word complex. It's an adjective. If something is complex, it's very complicated, okay? It might have many moving parts. It might be hard to understand at first. That's the idea here. A complex language isn't simple, okay? You can communicate a lot of complicated things with a complex language. For example, you could say, it is said that the human brain is the most complex machine on Earth. It's true. The human brain is pretty amazing.
It's true, yeah. Scientists still haven't figured out how it all works because it's so complex and amazing. All right, so prairie dogs are just like us in many ways, as we've explored and learned over the last 2 days. So, as the article ends, we're given this idea to think about. Maybe it's time we start treating them like friends instead of foes. Maybe it's time we start protecting prairie dogs and not seeing them as trouble or something to get rid of, but an animal to embrace and help out. I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, here's our what do you think question. It's a good question on a similar topic, not so much about prairie dogs, but about other types of animals. Which other animals are similar to humans, and how are they similar?
Now, on the surface, dolphins and humans don't look alike at all. We walk on Earth, they swim in the ocean, but I think dolphins are very much like humans. First of all, we're both mammals. And there's also this. Not only are dolphins social like animals, they also have a complex language like us and like prairie dogs too. So there you go. I believe that dolphins and humans are quite similar.
There you go. Very good answer, and an animal that you wouldn't automatically associate with humans. You're right. We don't look very similar. So what about, oh wow, you speak dolphin.
A little bit.
That's amazing.
I just said it's time for us to say goodbye.
It is time for us to say goodbye. So have a chat about an animal that you think is like humans. Yes, it's goodbye from us, but we'll be back with more great articles about other amazing animals and many other fascinating topics very soon. Until then, and that's bye-bye for me too.
看了这2天课文，我们了解到草原犬鼠有社会群居的这种性质，有复杂的语言，它其实真的跟人类还蛮像的，跟我们有很多连结。老师们刚刚用到 relatable 这个形容词可以学起来，它是拼作 relatable。relatable 它可以形容可以连结的、能产生共鸣的，或是可理解、可认同的。那我们最后来看课文单字 complex。complex 在课文里面是当形容词，表示复杂的、难懂的。那特别注意它的发音，形容词是念 complex， 然后当名词的时候是念作 complex， 它可以表达建筑群啊、复合体或是错综复杂的组合。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍文法重点有4个，第一个是 differ 的用法，第二个是 tell A from B， 第3个是 with 名词逗号主词加动词，第4个是 not all that。 我们先来学 differ 的用法。动词 differ 它当不及物用，表示相异或者是不同。那之后常常会接 from 加名词，或者是会接 between A and B。举例来说。The twins differ from each other in many ways. 那对双胞胎在许多方面彼此有所不同。好，另外我们也常会用到这个句型是 differ from 名词 to 名词来表达从什么到什么都不同，因什么什么而异。那这个名词呢，必须是单数哦，像是 table manners differ from culture to culture。餐桌礼仪因为文化而异，随着不同文化而不同。像在很多地方打嗝是不是很没有礼貌？可是，在某些地方打嗝是表达对这个食物的肯定，赞叹主厨师傅的厨艺，感恩师傅，赞叹师傅。好，接着我们来学 tell A from B。动词 tell 是当及物用来表达说这是区分或是区别的意思。那么 tell A from B 就表示区分 A 和 B 的差异。我们也可以用 tell the difference between A and B 来表达。举例来说 ，It's difficult to tell Max from his twin brother Josh。要区分 Max 跟他的孪生兄弟 Josh 是很困难的。好，接着来学 with 名词，逗号主词加动词。这个句型 with 名词，逗号主词加动词，它就表示有了什么，由于什么。我们用 with 加名词来表达条件或是原因，像是 With this medicine, you'll feel better in no time。有了这种药，你很快就会觉得很舒服了。就像以前的广告说的，拜拜拜拜，感冒头痛别过来。最后我们来学 not all that。Not all that 是指不太、不怎么或是没那么怎么样，意思就跟 not very 一样。像是 The food at the restaurant isn't all that great。那间餐厅的食物没那么好。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
欢迎来到 English in Action， 我是 Holly。
Who am I?
Shane。
你说的一点都没错。
哇，好符合主题哦！你说的一点都没错。那我们要进入对话吗
？That's right， 你说的一点都没错。这是要进这个话题了。
Alright, go.
Dialogue, whatever it's called, yeah. You look really nice today.
You've got that right.
要这样子的。
谢谢，我今天真的是 settle 很久，你知道吗
？Settle. You've got that wrong. You can't say you've got that wrong, right?
No.
You can only say you've got that right. 所以如果是错的，你不能说
You got that wrong.
You got that wrong.
对，
会很怪。
You got that right 其实是蛮正面的讲法，所以如果你很正面跟他说，哎，你那个是不是错了？很怪，对不对？所以不行，不能这样子。那还有可以替换什么
You could say, oh, you can say that again. You can say that again.
好饶舌。You can say that again.
可以说 you can say that again.
对，所以不是真的要再说一次，对不对
You can say that again.
Oh my god. 好饶舌。所以其实不是要真的说一次，是你说的太好了，你可以再强调它。
可以，来 say it 100 times.
或是
I couldn't agree more.
OK， 所以不能说 I could agree more 哦，是 I couldn't agree more， 因为你已经同意了到了顶点，所以不能再更同意了。
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, what you said, I couldn't agree more.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, well, if you think we can help you with your English, you've got that right.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
I couldn't agree more. You can say that again.
Yeah. 所以靠我们就对了。
You've got that right.
You've got that right.
You can say that again.
You can say that again.
I couldn't agree more.
I couldn't agree more.